Joining me now is Democratic New York Congressman Tom Suozzi. Congressman, thank you, sir, for joining us. First topic let's get to here is Governor Cuomo, because you just heard that report that there is a second accusation here of sexual harassment. What should he do about this? Does he consider resignation? Does he wait for an investigation? I mean, there are a lot of people who are going after him pretty hard right now.
I think the governor's got to stop trying to control the process and let the law and the professionals do their independent investigation. There's no reason that the Attorney General can't do an independent investigation. It doesn't need to be that the governor is dictating how it should be done or what should be done. He should, and it's hard for the governor because he always wants to take action to try and address things, but the Attorney General should do their independent investigation, and he and his office should cooperate. And the report will be the report.
Yeah. So clearly that's a no on resignation at this point. Taking away emergency powers, is that something that should be considered right now?
I think that's up to the state legislature to look at. I think that, as things get better, because we're getting more and more vaccines produced by the federal government out to the states, as we see the number of cases go down, we continue to have a very serious situation. Everybody's got to continue to wear their mask and be socially distanced. Mm-hmm. We have to have the proper precautions in place, but we're moving further and further away from the quote-unquote emergency. So the state legislature has to determine what's the best way to move forward.
Yeah, away from the emergency, but of course, to your point, everyone's got to continue staying very vigilant. Let's go to Capitol Hill, and since you brought it up, discuss the COVID relief bill. Are you happy, sir, with what passed in the House? And do you see this passing in the Senate? Will that happen? Will there be any Republican support?
I'm very happy that it passed. I think the American public is very happy that it passed. They see the president is laying out a comprehensive plan. After all this, quite frankly, dilly-dallying over the past year on a lot of different issues, we now have a president in place who is doing a comprehensive plan. He's selling his plan to the public. The public likes what's being done. And it looks at all the different aspects, from individuals to businesses, to the economy, to the health care, to the vaccines. It's very comprehensive. And the only way we're going to beat coronavirus and get back to celebrating normality, where, we can not take things for granted anymore, like going out to dinner or going to a show or a concert or going to visit your family. The only way we're going to get back to normal is by getting us beyond the health care issues. So I think that's happening, and I think that this $1.9 trillion package is part of it. Do I think it can pass in the Senate? Well, I think it's going to pass under reconciliation. We're going to get our 50 votes, plus the vice president, 51 votes. It'd be great to have some Republican senators, and it would be great if it came back to the House and it had some Republican members of Congress for the final step to be there. I'm not getting my hopes up. We'll continue to try and pursue that, but we just need to get something done. I ran my first campaign in 2016. It was Suozzi gets it done. Okay, I want to get this done. I want to finally take the steps necessary to give people relief and make their lives better. And that's what the Democrats are waking up to. That no more messaging bills, or we got to focus on getting things done that make people's lives better.
Yeah, well, that's a really good campaign slogan and something to put into effect in the House. I like that one. Sir, you've heard the pushback from Republicans. Some have called this bill a blue state bailout. And then just today, there were several GOP senators that said this bill was in no way at all bipartisan. What's your reaction to that?
I'm so sick of the hypocrisy on the blue state bailout concept. My state of New York, we're the punching bag for a lot of folks on a regular basis. We are the biggest net donor to the federal government. We give more to the federal government than we get back, more than any other state in the United States of America. And we are bailing out, subsidizing other states in the country on a regular basis every single year, and we have been doing it for decades. And New York's in trouble. We were the epicenter of this problem. We had refrigerator trucks with dead bodies in them. We lost so many friends and family. I lost my father-in-law. He died of COVID back last spring. Wow. 92 years old, got COVID, died within 36 hours. My friends in other parts of the country that did not go through this, when nobody knew what the proper treatment was. Nobody knew that ventilators actually weren't the right way to go. We went through such a crisis, and we are still feeling the lingering effects of that trauma that we went through. And we see it in our unemployment, we see it in the way it's affected our businesses, and we see it in the way it's affected our revenues at the state level, at the local level, because our sales tax revenues are down so dramatically. We see it on Broadway, we see it in restaurants, we see it in catering halls, We see it in mom and pop businesses. We see the effects of this.
Yeah.
Now we need help. We're not gonna say to Texas, hey, you guys really screwed up by not having regulating your utility business, and all your people are suffering now because of your very bad decisions. We're not going to bail you out. We're not going to do a Texas bailout. No, we're going to help people because they're in trouble. We need the help in New York right now, and a lot of other states, Republican and Democratic states, Republican and Democratic mayors and governors all need help. We need to help them now. And
I got to tell you, your point's well taken, because when someone needs help, I don't think they say, hey, I'm a Democrat, I need help. Hey, I'm a Republican, I need help. They just say, I'm an American, I need help. Let me ask if you think this bill gets passed by the target date of March 14th. 2 weeks from today, that's when the unemployment benefits expire. And if this bill gets passed, does it look a lot different than it does right now?
I think it's going to pass. I think that, we're scheduled to vote on it no later than March 12th in the House, the next time we have to vote. So that's the goal right now. People are working around the clock to get this done. Will it look exactly the same? Probably not. I mean, we still have the $15 minimum wage, which I believe and support 100% in the bill. The Senate's probably going to take it out. They may come up with some other creative ways to deal with it, but it's probably not going to look the way it looks now. There may be some fiddling around the edges to show that some senators have some influence, and that's part of politics, that's part of life, that'll happen. But I think it'll look largely the same as it does now, with some tweaks here and there to show some influence by some individual senators.
Okay. Well, Democratic New York Congressman Tom Suozzi, it's very good to see you. Thank you so much. Come see me again.